to have her in my life and as a friend.
Just to know that she was even in the process of changing her life around makes me happy.
Maya didn't mean no harm to nobody.
We gonna live for Maya.
Maya's death will not be in vain. Our family will see to it that Maya gets the justice that she deserves. There are no words to describe the devastation that we are experiencing by the killing of our beloved Amaya. Today we mourn, but we also remember, because love never dies.
A text message sent in the final hours of her life reads, "The vibes were off." Hours later, traffic camera footage captures the same young woman, Amiya Cunningham, dancing under the glow of streetlights. In a sudden, brutal moment, the headlights of a black car lurch forward, striking her down. The vehicle does not stop. It flees, leaving her body on the pavement. Despite clear video evidence of a hit and run, the police investigation is closed within days, officially ruled a tragic accident with no criminal responsibility. But the leaked footage tells a different story, one that sparks public outrage and a digital firestorm demanding answers. Why was the case dismissed so quickly? What happened in the moments before the camera started rolling that made Amiya text a friend that she should have ridden with them instead? This is a case where the initial investigation failed, and justice was only pursued after public pressure forced a re-examination. Welcome to Crime Lab Report, where we dissect the evidence, timeline, and human stories behind the headlines. What you just saw was the trigger for a devastating chain of events. If you want the full story, make sure to subscribe and hit like. It helps us bring you more content like this. Now let's get into the case. Amiya Cunningham was the oldest of 7 siblings, a role that placed her as a de facto second mother and a unifying force within her large family. Her social media profiles presented a detailed portrait of a multifaceted young woman. On TikTok, she built a gallery of dance videos, lip syncs, and comedic skits, each post a testament to a personality full of joy and kinetic energy. Her Pinterest boards revealed a more meticulous side of her character, filled with ambitious DIY projects, intricate hairstyle tutorials, and collected art, indicating a mind that was both creatively inspired and technically skilled. This creative drive was balanced by a proven academic aptitude. She had previously been recognized as a student researcher in chemistry at East Carolina University. This background suggested a potential crossroads in her life path, a choice between scientific inquiry and creative passion. She had recently made a concrete decision to channel that creativity into a career by enrolling in beauty school. Beyond these broader aspirations, the smaller details completed the portrait: her profound love for her dog, Skylar, her favorite color green, and her reputation within her family as a prankster and social butterfly. The day of April 26, 2025 was already a day of celebration in the Cunningham household, as it also marked her younger sister's prom. The plan for the evening was a standard weekend outing. A group of friends, including Alexandria Larkin, would go to the King of Diamonds club in Atlanta. The evening began typically with a pregame at a friend's house, where initial videos and messages showed the group laughing and interacting, suggesting a normal, fun evening was underway. The logistics of travel soon became a critical factor. The group decided to travel in 3 separate cars to the club. This decision would later prove significant, fracturing the group and setting the stage for miscommunication. The first sign of trouble emerged digitally. Amiya sent a text message to a friend who was not part of the group. The message read, "I should have rode with you," and stated that the vibes were off. The precise timing of this message and the specific incident that prompted this feeling of unease remain key questions. Was the tension directed at one individual, namely Alexandria Larkin, or was it a general deterioration of the group dynamic? The situation was further complicated when one car, carrying Amiya's friend referred to as T, missed the exit for the club. This error caused a delay and forced the entire group to regroup at a different location, a decision that likely increased frustration and exacerbated any existing tensions. The chosen regrouping point was the intersection of Forest Parkway and Frontage Road in Forest Park, a poorly lit area near a highway. The reason for selecting this specific location is unclear. Whether it was a predetermined spot or a rush decision is a point of scrutiny. Traffic camera footage from this location captured the final moments. It shows Amaya outside the vehicles, dancing. This act could be interpreted as an attempt to lighten the mood or simply a natural expression of her personality, a common sight for those who knew her. A crucial detail from the footage is the subject of her dance. Was she dancing for the entire group, or was her movement focused specifically in front of Alexandria Larkin's black car? This distinction is important for understanding the context of what followed. The footage then shows Larkin's vehicle moving forward, striking Amaya.
Well, new tonight at 11, calls for justice are growing after a Metro Atlanta 25-year-old woman's death.
It was all captured on video, leading people to share her story all across the internet.
This is Amiya Cunningham. She was with friends on April 26 before she was run over and killed just before midnight. Forest Park police are investigating her death, but no arrests have been made. 11
Alive's Angelina Salcido is live right now at the Forest Park Police Department tonight. So, Angelina, investigators say no foul play or negligence is at play here, but you actually spoke with her family, who says that is not the case.
Yeah, and that is because her friends are saying that the driver of this car actually knew Amaya and allegedly left this scene for a few hours before then coming back. Now, her family too devastated to speak publicly after this happened and after losing someone that is just so vibrant. But people are speaking out about this and sharing it, hoping that this leads to justice for a 25-year-old that was taken too soon.
Recently, I just reported a story about a young lady named Maya in Atlanta, Georgia.
TikTok after TikTok.
You ran that girl over. You're going to jail for life.
People are posting, trying to make sense of what happened to Amiya Cunningham.
Say, this is Maya. Maya then got out the car, then walked to the front. Maya's twerking. They run her over.
Friends who were with her that night say the group she was with pre-gamed at someone's house before they decided to go out. An issue between her and another girl happened before they all left in 3 separate cars.
During this ride, Maya even texts her friend T. The vibe was off and that she should have rolled with him. So her intuition was already telling her something wasn't right.
That car with her friend missed the exit, leaving Amaya in a car with 2 other girls and the girl she had an issue with in the black car ahead of them.
Maya caught herself having a night out with some girls she thought were her friends.
This is the intersection where both of the cars ended up here at Forest Parkway and Frontage Road. Amaya got out of the car and started dancing in front of that car. This was all caught on camera here on the GDOT cameras.
There's a car behind them that turns with them. You see Maya's body like this. They keep going. There's a second car that goes and they stopped. Maya died last night.
Now, Forest Park Police did put out a statement right after this happened about what happened that night. I'm told that it was taken down out of respect for the family, but the investigation into what happened that night is still ongoing. Now, we will continue to check in to see if any arrests are being made in this case, and we, of course, will continue following up with Amaya's family as well. We're live tonight in Forest Park. Angelina Salcido.
The force of the impact was substantial enough to drag her body. The driver's subsequent actions were definitive. The car did not stop. It continued, leaving the scene of the accident. The aftermath on the ground was chaos, with friends panicking, calls to 911 being placed, and attempts to administer aid. Reports indicate Amaya was revived 4 times by first responders at the scene, evidence of a fierce fight for life. She was subsequently rushed to Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta, where she was pronounced dead. Meanwhile, the driver, Alexandria Larkin, had fled. Reports indicate she returned to the scene hours later. The circumstances of this return are critical. Who notified her, and whether she was compelled to return by others, is unknown. Her initial statements to police upon return are also a key element of the timeline. Did she claim she did not see Amaya? Was her demeanor assessed by officers as panicked, shocked, or calm? police was a rapid dismissal of the case. They quickly ruled out foul play and negligence, issuing a public statement that there was no evidence of malice and that the driver bore no criminal responsibility. This conclusion immediately invites scrutiny of their investigative procedures. Questions arose over whether all witnesses were thoroughly interviewed immediately, or if the driver's story was taken at face value. The handling of physical evidence is also in question. Was the vehicle secured for forensic evidence immediately, or was it released back to Larkin? Most notably, the decision that the surveillance footage, which clearly depicted a hit-and-run, was insufficient evidence for charges, suggested a significant failure in standard investigative protocol. The catalyst for change was external. The traffic camera footage leaked and began to circulate on social media platforms. This digital circulation led to immediate community mobilization. Friends, family, and outraged citizens used TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter to demand justice, coalescing around the hashtag #Justice for Amaya. Influencers like Golden Doll played a key role as amplifiers, dissecting the video frame by frame, highlighting the driver's failure to stop, and applying direct public pressure on the Forest Park Police Department. The Cunningham family's vocal advocacy through media interviews, where they consistently criticized the police investigation and refused to accept the official narrative, was instrumental in keeping the case in the public eye. This sustained public pressure forced the Forest Park PD to re-examine the case. The specifics of what new evidence triggered the arrest have not been publicly disclosed, but possibilities include a re-interview of witnesses who changed their story, enhanced analysis of the video footage, or the processing of previously overlooked forensic evidence from the car, such as tissue, blood, or damage analysis. The reversal was formalized on May 16, 2025, almost 3 weeks after the incident, when Alexandria Larkin was arrested and charged with first-degree vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of an accident, resulting in death. The case remains ongoing, with the judicial process yet to unfold. Our deepest condolences are with the family and friends of Amiya Cunningham during this profoundly difficult time. The loss of a young life filled with such vibrancy, promise, and love is a tragedy that words cannot adequately encompass. Our thoughts are with all who knew and loved her as they navigate this unimaginable grief. May the memory of her spirit, her joy, and the light she brought to so many provide some measure of comfort. We extend our sincere sympathies